All right, and we are live with another pay-per-view review. This time it's WWE Survivor Series 2014 on this November 23rd, 2014. I'm here as your host, Tony, and my co-host, as always, the Bizarre One, Dave. How you doing tonight, Dave?
I'm doing good.
All right. Excuse me. Let's jump right into this pay-per-view where we were live from St. Louis, Missouri, for the 2014 WWE Survivor Series, where the main event would be Team Cena versus Team Authority. There's a total of 5 matches. One was added during the show, which made it 6 matches.
It was terrible.
Yeah, so let's just jump right into it. Vince McMahon came out to a pretty nice little pop. He welcomed everybody and says that the word epic is thrown around a lot, but tonight will be truly epic. Excuse me. He said he guarantees tonight will be one we never forget. And here's one reason why, and he introduces Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. Stephanie McMahon says she feels the love and thanks Vince for the welcome. She's not going to let him down. Triple H gets the crowd to give it up for Vince and says that he's the reason we're all here. Pretty much just kissing his ass. Basically, nothing really too special about this opening promo other than Vince McMahon saying that if Stephanie McMahon and Triple H do lose tonight, they will lose all power, meaning they will be basically fired from the WWE. And the only way they would ever be brought back would be by the name of John Cena. So a lot at stake in this match for Triple H, which I was kind of shocked to see that he was not in this match. You would think him being fired, you would think he would be in the match, not being on the sideline, right?
Yeah, agreed.
Um, so what did you think about the opening segment? I mean, they could have saved this for Raw. You would think this could have been on Raw.
Yeah, I was like, what is this, an episode of Raw? I mean, we already got because it's new subscribers, they had to start it off with talking. That was not a great way to start a pay-per-view. As it reminded you of Raw. A lot of segments tonight had like a Raw feeling to it.
Right.
But it's free, so we gotta put the... And there wasn't a lot of matches on the show either, so that's what took away from it too.
Yeah, a bunch of filler segments tonight. So I guess like I said, they only had 6 matches. So I guess they had to have something to kill some time. But you don't really want to have your pay-per-view start off with talking.
But it's free to new subscribers, not to me and you and a lot of other people, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's free to them, and so that's why basically it's a time filler.
Right. Next, we had the opening match of the night, which was the Fatal 4-Way WWE Tag Team match with the Usos, Damien Sandow, and Mizdow, Los Matadores, and Goldust and Stardust. I thought this match was really good.
Yeah, it was a good match. I enjoyed it. I mean, yeah,
Mizdow is over as heck. The crowd loves him. The tag team.
go ahead and say, you can go ahead and give the conclusion. I'll say something after that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, during the match, I like the teases where you got tagged in, and then Goldust tagged himself in. I thought that was great. I mean, I thought this match was really good. They ended up with the team of Miz and Damien Sandow winning the WWE Tag Team titles. They're your new tag champions, with Mizdow getting the pin, which everybody loved. So yeah, what were we gonna say about the match?
It makes sense simply because the reaction, they're getting kind of a Team Hell No reaction, if you remember that, which I'm sure some people do. The way, the Daniel Bryan and Kane thing worked out, where one guy gets booed, one guy gets cheered, and yes, no, kind of type thing, it was kind of something like similar to that. Boo, yes, It's kind of something similar to that, where they're so over right, or Mizdow is so over, it'll make it interesting to see how they keep the tag titles, with Mizdow basically being a mimic.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see how this goes, and I would maybe a rematch between Stardust and Goldust tomorrow night on Raw, maybe. I guess we'll have to wait and see what goes on with them too. But I'm really glad that they won. I'm interested to see. There's gonna be a fallout. I'm sure they're gonna end up feuding somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
And it should be pretty cool to see how it plays out. But let's continue on with the second match of the night, where we got a traditional Survivor Series match between Paige, Cameron, Samaray, and Layla taking on Natalya, Emma, Naomi, and Alicia Fox. This match went really long. At least like 15 minutes long. Longest Divas match I've seen in quite some time.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess you could say that. Because I think Paige and AJ had some decently long matches, but yeah, it was nothing like that. But for a minute, I thought, okay, well, they're going to build Paige up, and she's going to win the match and beat all the Divas on the other team. And then, no, she didn't.
Yeah, Natalya, Alicia Fox, Naomi, and Emma ended up getting the victory over them. I mean, this was pretty much I don't know, this match was not very good. It was all over the place. Team Paige, if you want to say, her team got eliminated pretty quick. She was the last one left against pretty much all of them, right? I don't think any of the Team Natalya lost. I don't think any of them got eliminated. I didn't know Alicia Fox was a face. I didn't know she was a face. So that turn kind of threw me off a little bit. But this match, I'm glad they had a traditional Survivor Series match on the card, but I really didn't care for the match itself.
Yeah, I would have loved to see it a different way with some younger talent, but whatever.
Yeah, let's move on to the next match, which was the highly anticipated match for some people. I mean, a lot of people didn't think this match was played out very well, built up very well, if you want to say, which was Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt.
I thought it was two on the card, too. I'm like, really, already? And then we see why. But, yeah, I mean, it was a good match to start off. It was come up like, hey, this is a pretty good match. That hard-hitting, great match, and then I'll let you say what happened.
Well, a lot of people, if you are internet happy or got on the internet and check out people's opinions on this match, a lot of people are not very happy with the ending of this match, I guess, because it ends up being a DQ with Bray Wyatt bringing in chairs, saying that he didn't want to do this to Dean. Dean gets the chair from Bray Wyatt, ends up hitting him with it, which then causes disqualification, of course. Excuse me. And then Dean just goes crazy, grabbing chairs, throwing chairs in the ring, grabs tables, puts Bray Wyatt through a table with an elbow drop, grabs ladders.
I mean, I was calling it sitting on the couch. Oh, this is what's happening. Come on. And they announced it before the end of the night.
Yeah, which is pretty much, excuse me, setting up what is going to happen next month. They announced it during the pay-per-view that it'll be Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose in a TLC match.
They've ever done that.
I'm sorry?
I think that's the first time I can remember them ever doing that before, though, where they announced a match or a pay-per-view for the next month during the pay-per-views going on now.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to be a TLC match between Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt.
So what did you think? Were you kind of let down? I didn't tweet much during the pay-per-view just because I wanted to get my reactions. Plus, I had people over, too. So were you happy with how they ended it?
I didn't really care for the ending, but I understand it. I guess they don't really want to have a true winner yet until the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, but it kind of makes you mad that this match was only set up to set up TLC.
Yeah.
I mean, so if you're a subscriber, good. You didn't really have to pay to see a great match like that, which we were seeing. For the people who paid, we kind of got shafted a little bit because we had to sit there and still pay our money and get that.
Yeah. I mean, it was a hard-hitting match. I mean, Bray Wyatt caught Dean Ambrose with a pretty nasty clothesline. I thought that clothesline was pretty nice. I don't know. I don't want to say the match was a letdown because I don't really think wrestling-wise it wasn't
good. The ending was bad. I didn't like the ending. That's about it. I mean, it was a good match, and they ended it with a disqualification, which was like, okay.
Yeah, which is just pretty much setting up the next match for the next pay-per-view. So,
But it's like you have back. We'll get into it, but I mean, we have back-to-back matches, basically the same thing.
yes, no, next match was Adam Rose and the Bunny versus Titus O'Neil and Heath Slater. Team, what is it, Gator Slater or whatever? Ugh. I don't understand why they have this damn Bunny wrestling, honestly, and I hope the Bunny Fallout better be a good one. It better be, like, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. What do
Yo,
you?
you want Darren?
I don't care who it is. I just want this Bunny to end.
You know what I found really stupid? We didn't mention it because I guess this pay-per-view just ended, but we had a pre-show match, 2 of them actually. Fandango's little stupid debut again, and then we have, which makes no sense at all to me, Jack Swagger versus Cesaro, when Jack Swagger is supposed to be on Team Cena.
Right. Yeah, he's supposed to be injured. Yeah, that didn't make sense. I understand that. Cesaro's on this massive losing streak for some odd reason. I mean,
It made no sense to me. You kept saying how, he was supposed to be on Team Cena tonight, but he can't, but he's wrestling on the pre-show.
but,
No sense at all.
yeah. Well, the Bunny and Rose end up picking up the victory over Slater Gator, and Rose is pissed off that the Bunny gets to win. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? So on and so forth.
And then
Anyway, we come back and they have Roman Reigns live on the big screen.
Oh my god, it's terrible. I'm sorry, Romanites, but
Cole asks how the recovery is going. Reigns says he's getting stronger every single day, getting better, but he would feel better if he was there live. Pretty much the same shit he's been saying every time he's interviewed. He also said
it was terrible, dude. I know you like Roman and stuff, but man, this was a terrible interview.
it wasn't the best, that's for sure. JBL asked about the Authority and how he would feel if they lose power. Reigns says it's a stupid question, and everyone already knows how he feels about the scumbag Seth Rollins and the Authority. Reigns says he will be back around this time next month, and we can believe that. So, I guess
I hope
for Roman Reigns to come back next month at TLC.
maybe him and Rollins.
Probably. I don't know at the pay-per-view, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be feuding.
Yeah, I would think if he's coming back at the pay-per-view, he said, he went back till next month. Maybe they do it Rollins and because they never got to do that match. Maybe another match, make it 2.
You think they're going to throw him into a hardcore match like that right when he gets back from an injury?
That could be true. You might be right because yeah, that could be true. Good point. I don't know what
They could wait and save it for Royal Rumble.
But he already said he's gonna be back. Oh, you mean for the match?
Yeah, I mean you can just have him show up at the pay-per-view. He doesn't have to wrestle.
But then you're just gonna have one TLC match like they did last year, and every other match is gonna be a regular match.
No, you can have one TLC and then every other match be a different match, I would assume.
No, but like they did last year, if you remember, they only had one TLC match, and it was Cena and Orton for the world title.
Good point. Good point.
So I wonder what they're gonna do. Only have one TLC match and just have every other match a regular match, which I hope they don't. But that could be it.
Good point. I didn't think about it that way. No, good point. Because we could see the world title match next month, so
I hope so.
they could go that route. Next, we got the Divas title match between Nikki Bella and AJ Lee.
What was this? Wow.
AJ Lee loses in about 10 seconds. The only thing I did like about it was not the kiss itself, but that AJ Lee lost the way that she screwed Daniel Bryan. And
it didn't dawn on me at first. I'm like, wait, this isn't PG. They're making out in the ring. And I was like, what the hell's going on here?
Right. I see the world title match. That's what I did like about that.
Yeah, but one thing I didn't like that it was another crappy finish. If that's AJ's last match, that was pretty crappy the way they sent her out like that.
Yeah, supposedly this may be AJ Lee's last match because she may be retiring, moving on with her husband CM Punk. So
Reading comic books.
yeah, so who knows? But next, let's just get to the main event of the match.
I just thought
What was that, Dave?
I was kind of surprised that they did it like that, where they had them like, I mean, this is PG programming supposedly, and they had them kissing Brie and AJ. I was like, really?
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
the Vince McMahon said it was a pay-per-view we'll never forget. So
I mean, I would like to forget some of it.
yeah. But yeah, let's move on to the main event, which was a traditional elimination match between Kane, Mark Henry, Rusev, Luke Harper, and Seth Rollins, taking
I
on.
went up to an hour.
Yeah, they went. Yeah, they started this at probably about 45 minutes. It was about a 45 minutes long match. But anyways, versus Big Show, Eric Rowan, Dolph Ziggler, Ryback, and John Cena. Okay, let's just start it off. Well, first elimination was Mark Henry by the Big Show. Happened by Mark Henry getting pumped up by Triple H. He turns around, runs at Big Show, and gets clocked by a KO punch, and Big Show picks up the victory over Mark Henry, and it ends up eliminating Mark Henry. Next elimination was Ryback, out of all people, who was the hottest free agent supposedly, and everybody wanted him, is eliminated first on Team Cena by Rusev with the help of Seth Rollins. Sorry, go ahead.
He wasn't even in much of the match either. It was like, okay, that's it.
Yeah, Seth Rollins did help a little bit by giving Ryback the curb stop, and then Rusev ends up getting the victory over Ryback.
And I like how they end. I don't know if it's the next elimination with Rusev, but I liked how they eliminated Rusev from the match because it still made him look strong.
Yes, the next elimination was Rusev, who was counted out because he tried to do some kind of a dive, belly flop, whatever you want to call it, onto Dolph Ziggler on the announce table. He jumped from the English announce table onto the Spanish announce table. Ziggler moves out of the way. Rusev goes through the table and is counted out, which was very smart booking. You don't get Rusev pinned. You still have Rusev look strong. It was great booking. I like that. And Rusev ends up getting eliminated next. Then we had two eliminations back to back because the Big Show turns for the millionth time.
I know, right? Did he turn on like Team Raw?
Yeah, and he KOs John Cena, right? Because Eric Rowan was after that, right? No, Eric Rowan. No, I'm sorry, I forgot. I skipped one. Eric Rowan was eliminated.
So what was your impression of his little few minutes he did get in the ring?
You know what? He impressed me. I did enjoy Eric Rowan. He was very good.
That kick shocked the hell. That spin kick he had.
The kick he did was really good. I was very impressed. He does have new theme music that I do not mind.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Luke Harper really impressed me. He was the next one eliminated after Rusev by Eric Rowan with the help of, who else? Seth Rollins. Next, we had the double elimination, which was another swerve or a turn by the Big Show. Yawn. He ends up. Yes, he knocks out John Cena with the KO punch, turns on Team Cena.
Walks out. Yeah.
Cena ends up getting pinned, and then he ends up walking out and gets counted out, if you want to say. And
I thought it was. I forgot all about Ziggler. That's pretty. I was like.
Now 3-on-1 Dolph Ziggler, the only one left from Team Cena, taking on Ryback. I'm sorry, Ryback. Yo. Luke Harper, Seth Rollins, and
Kane.
Kane's the next one eliminated when Dolph Ziggler catches him with the zigzag. Next was Luke Harper by getting pinned with a roll-up, and then we had the next elimination when we get into this match first. But let's talk about Dolph Ziggler right now. I think Dolph Ziggler was.
Oh, you know, I mean, I was talking with my brother and stuff, and we were saying it had to be Dolph Ziggler because Cena wasn't getting fired.
Yeah, and Dolph Ziggler looked great tonight.
Yeah. I mean, he did. I mean, he had to be the sole survivor, and they put. I was thinking about this. Just think about this. It's Rollins and freaking Dolph Ziggler in the main event right now. It's not Cena and Orton. It's Rollins and Ziggler.
Right, and I mean, it was back and forth, each other doing each other's finishers. We got, 2 counts, close to near falls every time. Finally, Ziggler catches him with the zigzag, get a 1, 2, and Triple H pulls out the referee. Ends up attacking Dolph Ziggler, pedigree Dolph Ziggler. I'm sorry?
Triple H also beat up another referee.
Yes, beat up 2 referees. Ends up finally beating up Dolph Ziggler, pedigreeing him. Has Rollins cover Dolph Ziggler. In comes Scott Armstrong, 1, 2, and then the music hits, and it's the debut of Sting.
The OMG moment of the night. I mean, it was like, wow, this is really because it was rumored it was going to be Orton popping. Orton kept tweeting, which that should have been the obvious clue right there. Why would Orton be tweeting if he was going to show up at Survivor Series?
Yeah, Sting ends up showing up. He gets in the ring. He's face to face with Triple H. They look at each other face to face. Finally, they end up throwing it down. Sting ends up hitting him with what does he call that? The death drop? Is that what it's called?
Scorpion Death Drop, yeah.
He ends up hitting Triple H with the Scorpion Death Drop.
Watching that moment, though, you're seeing. I'm not sure if you were thinking about this too, but I was like, wow, we're actually seeing Sting inside a WWE ring. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it was a crazy moment, and I thought of a moment that I thought I would never see, and definitely not a moment I thought I would see this month. That's for sure.
Yeah, but like that was the only way that this pay-per-view, like Vince has been tweeting and talking about tonight, would be unforgettable. The debut of Sting in the WWE ring.
Yeah, and I mean, Dolph Ziggler was made great. But let me finish with Sting going over to Dolph Ziggler. Moves Dolph Ziggler onto Seth Rollins. The ref comes in and counts a 3 count, and that's the end of the era of the Authority, the Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
Go ahead.
Was that Dave? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say what you got to say.
I'll go ahead and finish up with the Stephanie and Triple H ending, and then I'll tell you something else afterwards.
They end up fired. They are pissed off. They're crying. They're upset. Crowd singing to them. They're saying they're fired. It was a great moment. Stephanie McMahon and Triple H played that very well. They were, they showed up that they were pissed off. They will be missed if they are actually gone from WWE TV, which I don't think they will be. But go on and say what you want to say. I'm sorry, Dave?
I think they'll have to be gone for a while, I think. But do you think this is setting up Sting possibly taking over on Monday Night Raw?
I don't know. I think this is either setting up. This has got to set up a match at WrestleMania, but I just don't know who he's going to face.
Well, you almost think it would have to be Triple H now, Triple H and Sting. At WrestleMania, you'd almost think that's the match.
That would be an interesting match, I would have to say.
Have Sting control the WWE, be in control on TV. He said he would love to be on a TV personality for the WWE. And he does this all the way up until WrestleMania, where him and Triple H have a match for complete control of the WWE.
I mean, they could go that route. It should be interesting to see what happens the next couple of weeks on WWE TV. I mean, is Sting going to be on Raw tomorrow? Are we going to see Triple H and Stephanie McMahon tomorrow? I mean, Raw's going to probably be a must-see TV tomorrow night to see what goes down and who shows up. Is Randy Orton going to be on Raw tomorrow?
I think he would have to be on Raw.
So it should be an interesting TV tomorrow night on Raw tomorrow night. See what happens.
I bet you we see title match. I could possibly even see Harper and Ziggler in a rematch possibly tomorrow night.
Right, could be, yeah.
See a Rowan and Harper feud like really bad.
Yeah, it should be an interesting night to see what happens tomorrow night. And then, in about 3 weeks we get TLC, and we're gonna see uh, Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt in a TLC match. So I think tonight's Survivor Series, it started off kind of rough, but ended on a great note. Sting gets his moment. Dolph Ziggler gets his moment. I'm interested to see what happens now with Dolph Ziggler. What goes on now? Does he get moved up? Does he get this push? What happens next?
What happens with the Authority, and who takes over now?
Yeah.
Are we going to get a new general manager? Is it going to be possibly Mick Foley? Paul Heyman was even talked about. I don't think he would be because he'd be biased. But I mean, do we see Vince McMahon permanently for a few weeks? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, the pay-per-view kind of started blah blah, and ended on, like I said, ended on a really good note. Dolph Ziggler was made a star. It wasn't John Cena in the main event. It was Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins. I mean, Triple H was great. I mean, sure, we had a couple of ref bumps and run-ins, but I still thought it was a pretty good main event. And I mean, it's just what happened.
Got some information tonight about Stone Cold's podcast going live on the WWE Network with Vince McMahon. I think that'd be interesting to check out right there.
Yeah, I'm wondering how they're gonna play that. I'm really interested to see how that podcast goes because Stone Cold he don't give a fuck. He just he straight shoots, tells you how it is. He talks whatever he wants. I wonder if
Doing now where Stone Cold's podcast possibly pops up on the WWE Network from now on. That'd be awesome, actually.
I think that would be great, but I guess we'll have to see. I'm not sure if this is just a one-time thing or what, but it would be great to see it on it more often.
Yeah, I mean, give it some new content to throw on there.
Right. But all in all, Survivor Series, I think it was pretty good. We got the Sting debut.
The pay-per-view was really not that great. And if this was last year, it would be close to being not worth $60.
Yeah. It could have been better. Main event was good. Tag match was good. But
I guess we didn't. I don't know if we said it really about the Bellas, but it seems like Brie Bella is a heel now, so she's joining her sister now. It seems that way.
Oh yeah, I forgot to
mention that really, but yeah, it seems like Brie is no longer Cinderella. She's heel Bella.
Yeah.
That would actually eliminate all of our original thinking about possibly a Bella versus match, which is good. I guess we don't really want to see that.
Yeah, unless we see a turn or something, but I guess we have to wait and see. But that's going to pretty much wrap up tonight's WWE Survivor Series review. We'll be back tomorrow night with a Monday Night Raw review, see what the fallout of Monday Night Raw is. And we will not be doing any more Impact reviews until the debut of the Destination America debut. So don't be looking forward for any of that. So just a reminder of that. But yeah, that's the end of our show tonight. We'll be back on Monday night for a Monday Night Raw review. I hope everybody enjoys tonight's show. Please comment, subscribe if you can. Any last words, Dave, before we sign off here?
And I hope you guys enjoyed this pay-per-view because, yeah, $9.99 is coming. I mean, I hope a lot of people subscribe because this is a great pay-per-view for what it was. It was a free, not for us, but it was a free pay-per-view. And that's why we got all the talking and all the stupid little Raw segments.
Free, as they always say, free. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. We had about 10 views tonight. I appreciate everybody watching while we're on live. Check you guys out tomorrow night, and everybody have a great one. Thank you guys.